Hi there, welcome back. I want to just give some background information. I wasn't filming when I went to the Goodwill because I wasn't really finding anything. I found the macrame pony beads that Jocelyn and I had seen from a previous trip. And then I went around a corner, and on the top shelf were these two vintage chalkware Mary statues. And I was so shocked that they were sitting there that I immediately put them in my cart. And then I was like, oh, I have to film for you so you can see it too. So that is why I didn't want to just jump into this footage here. I wanted to give you some background info. So those are the two statues, and underneath are all the macrame pony beads, and then I actually found 3 elephant beads as well. I really like the simplicity of this hand-painted seagull on a piece of wood. It's signed. I thought it would make some nice nautical decor, or if you had a beach house. I really like using gold in decorating for Christmas and the winter holidays. I think it is a nice pop of color amongst all the red and green and white colors of the season. I was just checking out to see if this was vintage or not, and it had a barcode on the bottom, so I knew it was more contemporary. And then this little set of coasters. Get to the other thing. There we go, that. I picked this up because it was in the original box, and it has a little pamphlet on how it works or how to take care of it and stuff. So I thought someone might like that for a display. This is a KD Handprints linen towel. I know linen towels are very sought after. If they're very nice to dry off your dishes and glassware with, but I just wasn't feeling the theme of it. So even though it was in brand new condition, I did put that back on the shelf. Then I went around an end cap and I saw these 4 wall plaques, and I ended up picking up 2 of them for my friend. They're very beautiful, vintage. They're very nice, super heavy, so I was glad that she liked them and I could get them for her. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to remove all this stuff because I saw in this bowl this big glass acorn-shaped ornament statement piece for only $4.99. I thought that was so pretty, so I decided to add that to my cart. Next up, there was a stitchery kit. I usually do pick up stitchery kits that are brand new. This one, again, the theme of it, I wasn't really feeling it too much, so I put that back on the shelf for somebody else who really would like a cat sampler. And then this was a piece of driftwood. I don't understand why this sells, because you can find driftwood where my mom lives in Oregon for free, but we're in a landlocked state, so maybe that's the appeal. I'm not sure. I'm just looking at the rest of the brown section, seeing if there's anything special that catches my eye. This was a cross made in El Salvador. It was a nice simplistic design. And then there was this big poster. I thought that would be cute framed in a child's bedroom. It reminded me of Easter time. And then there was this big bowl, and even though the bowl was big, I just wanted to see who made it. And so that is Farcrest Ware, and I liked the design on it, but it was way too big, so I was just being nosy. I wasn't going to pick it up. And here was a little enamel trinket dish, most likely made in India. It had lost its sticker. And then on an end cap, this looks like the pottery that's made in Canada, and it was a souvenir piece from Myrtle Beach of a little Dutch shoe. So I'm not sure how Dutch shoes got to South Carolina, but you never know. And then here was I think this was probably Italian. Do I flip it over and tell us? Let's see. Hand painted somewhere, but it has a little chip on the end of it, so I did not get that. Right there was a chip. And then I wanted to show you that these Temptations, they had them priced for $7 a piece, which I thought was pretty high. There were a couple instances on this trip that I thought the pricing was a little bit high for resale for me, but someone probably walking in would think that's fine. This was $2.99. This was a hobbyist piece. And then here was another example of something that I thought just was priced a little bit too high. That was $13 for that little boat in the glass jug, and then this one wasn't marked. So maybe both were $12.99, but I decided to leave those there. And then there was this stack of false graph plates. I had never seen this pattern before, and these were priced individually at $1.99. And then behind the stack of plates were some other plates. So I flipped the first one over, and the logo looked contemporary to me. And then I noticed that the price tag said 6 for $2.99. And that's a good deal, but I don't need to have any plates, so I left those there. This was a cute little resin shelf sitter that was sitting on the edge of the shelf, which made me a little bit nervous, so I did end up pushing it back so it wouldn't have a chance to fall and possibly break. This was a cute little bird sign, but it showed a lot of wear from its previous owner, so I left that there as well. And then on the same end cap was a little vintage made in Japan figurine. I was seeing if it was made in occupied Japan. In the same area was this paperweight with a polar bear on it. When I flipped it over, I noticed it was made in Alaska. And as I have stated in previous videos, the state of Alaska is very important to my family. Maybe I will share the amazing story in a video. But in the meantime, I decided to check out this horse and the jug, and then I will go back to the paperweight just to see, do I really need to bring this home even though it's made in Alaska? And the answer was yes. Yes, I did. I'm looking down. This is more of like the silver and black aisle, kind of a catch-all aisle. So I was just checking out that boat and then giving you a glance of this very large woodcut witch. This was a little trinket dish with the letter J on it. The brand is called Rosanna. I have sold some previous pieces. This was just a one-off, so even though it was a J and I know some great people with the name that starts with a J, I decided to leave that on the shelf. Kind of regret not getting these salt and pepper shakers, but it was hard for me to see if they had any chips, just the way that they were in the bag, so I did leave those there. And this brought back memories of having one of these candles made for me in North Carolina. Mine was pink. They're so fancy. This was a hobbyist piece of a tissue box cover. It was ginormous, but nicely done. Trudy did a great job. And then I am just checking out the rest of the end cap, seeing if there's anything exciting that I see. This was a etched angel piece, but the sticker looked more modern and more of a limited edition piece. So I did put that back down. And then I spied this bud vase right here. And there is a quick shot of my cart where you can see the Jesus and Mary figurines that I got from my friend. So getting back to the vase, I like the color and style of it. So I put that in my cart. I thought this was sweet, a little votive holder. And then when I flipped it over, I noticed that it was sold by a local to Lancaster greenhouse. I thought that was kind of funny. And that was a cute little Better Homes and Garden mug of a snowman. And this little guy was stuck in the back, so I brought him forward, and this is also a Lenox piece. Unfortunately, his little drumstick was broken off. And now we are going to make our way to another Goodwill where they were restocking, and I found this cream and sugar from the 1950s. And then this little Fenton bird was just waiting for me. This is a short tail bird, and it is made of either satin or custard glass. You will find both words used when you do searches for them. So I had to go get a basket. This was hanging on the end cap, a little fake air plant that someone had macrameed a holder for, and I thought that was just adorable, so I took that as well. So that is the white and brown section. So the white section had this kind of whimsical cat figurine. And then I said, move on over. Someone has donated their cow collection. And I went with these little canisters that had been used as spice jars. I thought those were adorable. This is the wood section. It's getting pretty full. The artwork is spilling over onto the floor. So I'm seeing if there's anything there that catches my eye, looking for some more lucite candlesticks. You never know. Here was a pair of made in China candlestick holders that have little holly berries on them. And unfortunately, that had a chip on it. And here is the rest of the brown section on the other side. And there is the kind of pink and red section and this judgy bunny. This was on the bottom. It was a hobbyist piece. It is ginormous. I know, it's large. But it was so well done. And it's very Thanksgiving and fall. And I think that would, even though it was an ashtray, I think that would make a good hors d'oeuvre dish. You know, you could put your fruits or your vegetable, your crudité, if you will. I think that would be pretty neat. And it has no chips on it. So that went in my basket. And then there was a whole bunch of these terracotta figurines. This grabbed my interest for a second. Mountville is a local small town near Lancaster, but because it was very specific to Mountville, I left that there. And I went back to this figurine. Can you believe who makes this? Avon. Avon makes this. It's a little candle holder. I thought it was delightful, so I took that. And I had to rearrange my basket to make sure everybody fit and was getting along. This was another hobbyist piece, just a little teddy bear figurine. I thought that was cute, but not cute enough to go in my basket. And then there was this letter sorter, key holder, boho looking thing. And this was a souvenir made in Barcelona frame. And I thought that was neat. And I thought this little set was cute. It is not marked, but it's all wood and you can hang it on your wall or set it on your counter. And then I made my way to the blue aisle and I found this beautiful, not chipped, not scratched, rose bowl. And I believe this is Czech Bohemian cut to clear, cobalt blue glass, and the crimped edges, and it's a rose bowl. So I put all that up there because sometimes it's hard to remember all of these names when you're doing searches or researches. This was a very pretty vase. It has applied detail to it. There is a chip right there on that leaf on the right side, but I still thought it was beautiful. I took the sticker off. It looks like it might say Italy on it. I just thought that this was a really nice piece. And then this caught my eye and I immediately knew what this was. This is acro agate, thanks to Jocelyn, because she has picked up this before. That symbol in the middle is the acro agate symbol. They also made marbles. And then in the clear glass section was this little elephant. I think it's an open salt cellar. I'm not sure. Please let me know if I am wrong. And then I looked down and there was this little turtle with a candle. And I thought, you're going to be really pretty when I take that ugly looking candle out of you. And that is also made by Avon. I thought that was so sweet. Coming up next is everything that I picked up on these 2 trips to the Goodwill. I hope you like this video. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see ya.